The Maricopa County Attorney's Office says 36-year-old Danny Tyner was watching TikTok videos on his phone just before he crashed.
But I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
What's poppin', M2T? It's your boy Run on the channel to be. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you pull up to the channel. And while you at it, hit that post notification button for your boy so whenever I drop, you can hop up in the truck and roll with me. See what's poppin'. What's good, fam? I know I touched bases with y'all yesterday. I got a good story for you guys today. And without any further ado, we gonna get right into it. Now, as y'all know, yesterday we covered a story about an old boy speeding through them turnpikes off in Ohio. They got him. Need to get him. Put him up under the jail. We all know that distractions is a major cause of accidents in the United States. It's one of the #1 things that's been taking people out the game, right? Y'all know we just covered a story recently about the guy being distracted in Texas and hit that woman that was from Houston. He was distracted by his phone. You haven't seen that video? The description will be in the description box. The link will be in the description box below. Go check it out. Also, last year in August, we had a trucker by the name of Grimes that was distracted on his phone.
A man has now been charged in connection to a crash in Minnesota. A couple from Urbandale last August. Billy Joe Grimes of Tennessee is facing 2 counts among other charges. The criminal complaint states investigators used dash cam video from inside Grimes' own semi-truck to show he was watching Netflix before the crash. Matthew Henry Hansen and Kimberly Ellen Hansen.
That's crazy. He looking at all kind of stuff. He out of there. Which brings up our case for today. January 12, 2023. Trucker Tyner, traveling down the highway, comes up on a construction site. Boom! A bad situation. Check this out.
In 2023.
The Maricopa County Attorney's Office says 36-year-old Danny Tyner was watching TikTok videos on his phone just before he. It was in January of 2023 when Tyner was driving a commercial tractor trailer when he drove through a construction zone and rear-ended 2 other cars, sandwiching them into the back of another semi. According to digital forensic data, Tyner accessed several TikTok videos while driving and within seconds of the collision. Court records show that Tyner pled guilty to 5 counts of negligence. He was sentenced to 22.5 years.
Get over it. I think I'm just so, right now I'm kind of still numb.
5 people lost their lives on the morning of January 12th last year after DPS says 38-year-old Danny Tyner, who was driving a semi-truck on the I-10 near Chandler, plowed into 2 cars, pushing them into another semi-truck and 2 other cars. The crushed cars flames.
I had to identify him with his dental records. I didn't get a body. I just got ashes.
Authorities say Tyner was watching TikTok videos on his cell phone seconds before the crash and was driving 68 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour construction zone. But Tyner told police a different story. He said he got a message on his work tablet, and when he looked up, he couldn't stop in time.
My family is just a little bit in a disarray.
That's Sarah Standiford. Her son Andrew. The 28-year-old left behind 3 young kids.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She says he loved music and was an entrepreneur excited about his future.
Very generous person. He would give the shirt off your back.
Tyner was sentenced yesterday to more than 22 years behind bars.
He didn't even look at us. He showed no remorse.
The victims' families were in the courtroom. Standiford says Tyner's sentence brings her some peace, but is also just another reminder that nothing will bring her son back.
You're going to have to live your life with the grief forever. You just got to learn to live with it, because at the end of the day, we took one person off the road because it could have happened again, but also he could have killed more.
Now, following this crash, our team found the trucking company had been involved in 26 crashes in the last 3 years here in Arizona. It also had dozens of violations in the state, with drivers cited for speeding, not wearing a seatbelt, using a cell phone while driving, and a few more. In the studio tonight, I'm Holly Bach for Arizona's Family.
Man, first and foremost, we want to send our prayers and our condolences to the families of everyone that was involved in every situation that we are mentioning today. We want to let their families know that we are praying for them and our condolences are with them. 5 people got messed up in that situation with Tanner. 5 of them. Now, what was his distraction? Y'all saw the news coverage. He wasn't on the phone. And he wasn't watching Netflix. He was watching TikTok. Come on, you can't make this stuff up, man. This dude is on there watching TikTok. And they say this dude was doing 68, 70, and like a 50, 55. Now, this lady is distraught. You know, her son was one of them 5. And a lot of times when it come to accidents, that's why they tell us to grab these here, M2T. That's why they tell us to grab these here. Well, I gotta keep it a buck with you. Even sometimes those seatbelts, it ain't gonna help you. A lot of times it will. But sometimes, in a case like with Tanner, and he hit you from the back and you at a standstill, a lot of times it ain't gonna matter if you got that seatbelt on or not. They just convicted him. He just got sentenced. And y'all see how much time that they gave this man. 22 years. 22 years. Now, you already 60, right? And you done got 22 years for vehicle. You out of there. You was in your prime, you in your early 50s, you know, you doing your thing, you getting ready to retire, you getting ready to sit back and put your feet up. Now you got 22 years for want to see somebody on TikTok shaking their ass, dancing or doing some crazy stuff, and you didn't hit these people at 70 miles an hour. 22 years. It didn't take them long at all to convict that brother. That stuff just happened last year. For being distracted on your phones, watching TV, Netflix, TikTok, you know, all this kind of stuff. Now, as a trucker, it's unrealistic, you know, and I got to shout out to one of the M2T fans for bringing this to my attention. It's pretty much unrealistic to say that you're going to go a 11-hour drive period, a 14-hour day period without being on your phone. But we're not even talking about the 3 hours of on duty. We just talking about strictly the 11 hours of driving. It's almost impossible that you're going to do that 11 hours not being able to see what's going on with that phone, whether you're GPSing, whether you're answering a broker, whether you even have to touch it in order for it to be handless to answer the phone. At some point, you're going to reach for this phone. At some point. Can we all agree with that? Okay, so while we driving and we reach for that phone, we all know at that second anything can happen. Now we on top of our game and we watching what's going on in front of us. We looking at our mirrors, you know, seeing what's going on behind us. That quick second, 1 or 2 seconds, a lot of times it go by smooth. However, there's incidents like these, that those seconds when you reach and you trying to do something, it ain't gonna go like you think it's gonna go. He pretty much finna probably die in prison. Pretty much. So I wanted to run that across y'all. So think about that. 22 years. Is it worth it? 22 years. Get in them comments and let me know, M2T. I appreciate y'all. Big shout out to all my A1 Day ones. I appreciate y'all pulling up, fam. Thank you. Big shout out to the ones that just be pulling in, taking a peek, seeing what's going on. And a special shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support, fam. All right, y'all in my prayers. Y'all be careful after I keep your head on the swivel, all right? All right. Until next time, y'all already know. It's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around. Hey, jewelry moving like